Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Writer's Log number 2. Today I am not in my room. I am actually here at Seabrook Park down here in Houston. This is probably one of my favorite places to come. It's very secluded, and you can see the whole ocean pretty much. It's the Gulf Coast, so it's kind of nasty. But there is a nice somber to it, and the Lord likes me to come here and create in solitude, essentially, because it's fine to write in my room. It's very nice because it's in the comfort of my own space, but also being here with him in nature, in his creation, aligns my will a lot better with him. So I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I've been working on, sitting here for a little bit. First off, I'm doing a lot of world building, and I'm not very good at world building because it's probably one of the hardest things to do in terms of fantasy and creation. But I've been kind of grinding away at it, and this is where I struggle with the most, is creating history for my characters or certain places in time to tell the story, to talk about. I take inspiration from everything that I can. So like last night, actually, when I was talking to my fiance, we eventually kind of came up with the name Dola, D-O-L-A. And I'm like, dude, Dola kind of sounds sick. So we're eventually it's like the House of Dola or the family of Dola, right? So the royal family of Dola, like Andrew Dola, Sarah Dola, Nathan Dola, like kind of like a last name, right? So I made the Dola family, and then I actually made the region of Elodie, A-L-O-D-Y. So the Dola family ruled the greater region of Elodie, and I'm like, dude, that's pretty good. I think it's very memorable. The royal families I've been making have been very hard to make. Before this, I actually made the Vangrams, which is another royal family, and they rule the greater Nargatag region. Now, I'm just kind of spewing names here. That just doesn't really make any sense, and I'm sorry. Shit, where is it? The most prominent royal family is the Argos. They are direct descendants from Anduin, which is the greater kind of god in this polytheistic region. So Argos and the Cadix are cousins to the Argos. So yeah, so the Argos, the Cadix, the Jetons, the Rainies, the Bros, the Vangrams, and the Dolas. I have the Prophets here. I don't know if I want to keep that or not, but the House of Prophets. So essentially, these royal families are demigods from these polytheistic and pagan gods, right? So think, obviously, mythologies, Zeus, Odin, Thor, Hermes, all that, right? Like in Rome, where the Greek mythology was very prominent, it was also inside of like imperial cult worship, so they believed Caesar was actually a descendant of these gods, depending on what Caesar we're talking about here. That's kind of my main structure for these families, but these families are actual demigods. The gods, the polytheistic gods, come as angels that have fallen, right, from the Book of Enoch. So kind of like how the Book of Enoch came, where it's, these fallen angels come, they lusted over the women of earth, they came down and taught men forbidden knowledge, and they started worshiping them as gods, and now we have paganism, right? That is my main inspiration for the politics of the world. And I've also been playing around with the idea of demi-beasts, where some of the gods mated with animals of earth, right? Creating demi-beasts, creating very, very grotesque abominations that were really not in God's image at all. And there's a whole civil war in heaven and everything, and basically they try to get rid of the demi beasts, so they lurk. But eventually they had consciousness, or they attained consciousness and started ruling their own respective kingdoms, right? Some of the region wants to integrate them in, some of the region doesn't. So those are kind of policies inside of the world too, which I find very interesting. I think it's very, very cool. Kind of want to make a kingdom for them, because I've been writing kind of like, I like kingdoms, like how Game of Thrones does it. You know, like Winterfell, the Red Keep, all that kind of stuff. So I've come up with a couple of things here. Classa Ridge, which is the kingdom for Caddock. Ursa's Bridge, which is the Nargothrond kingdom. Yeah, and that's kind of it. So the main kind of storyline I want to tell is of the Crown Splitters, which is a faction of regicide against these demigods and royal families. So I have the establisher, the founder of the Crown Splitters. His name is Zacharias. I don't have a last name yet. And he goes and basically kills a low-tier demigod. And basically the followers of God, and not gods, little g gods, are like, whoa, like, they can die? So they sort of revolt against the demigods and the royal families, and God sends an angel to protect them and said, hey, you need to go up to Mount Murtis in the Nargothrond region. This is all just kind of like me spewing, like shotgun blasting you with words. None of this makes sense, but this is my creative process, and this is why I'm logging it, because I want to come back to these, and if you want to experience the journey I have here, then yeah, I wanna share it. So I mean, that's really all I wanted to talk about as this update. It's really, really gorgeous here right today. This morning, it's 10:20 in the morning. Got here around 8. Sorry, I got here around like 9-ish. And I went into the water earlier. It was very, very nice and refreshing. You have some really gorgeous sunrise over here. Even though it's 10, it's still sunrising. But I am actually about to leave here soon, because it is going to rain in like 30 minutes. So I don't want to get caught up in that. But before I leave, I want to say some word that has been on my mind here recently. It's Proverbs 16:3. Commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. And this is something I've been praying about, that in proclaiming the Lord on my talents and gifts that He's given me to write, to wield me as a vessel for His word and His creation, to co-create with Him, and wield my imagination to expand His kingdom. So anyway, thank you for tuning into this one. Hopefully it's a little shorter than the last one, or about the same time. But have a great week, y'all, and I'll see you in the next one.